What's up, everybody? We're back with some more Nova Drift.
Nova Drift.
And as I was informed last week, the whole Flak doesn't fully work properly with Barrage thing was fixed weeks ago. And I didn't know about it because I don't pay attention to things.
Yeah, it happens.
So it's the only weapon that you can barrage that I haven't done a video with. Which means I gotta do it with.
Barrage is good, man. And in theory, Flak Barrage has the potential to be one of the stronger ones, right?
Well, that was the idea. And the way it's built is it's supposed to be real good.
I think a Reflect Shield would be super safe.
Yeah, this build is tends to die a lot, so we're gonna take some safety talents.
It's like, look, there are ways that you could amp this damage up even further, but we have attempted to record this video multiple times, and it hasn't gone well. So all of our self-damage talents gone out the window. We're not doing it.
He used the word "we" very generously. I'm the one that always dies.
Well, yes. Look, if you want me to do a video one of these days, we could do it, but it'll be a video that shows how many times I can die in one video.
Maybe we'll do like a James Gets Good series where we watch your progression of getting good, and I can like help you out.
Yeah, we could do that.
Despite the fact that I myself am not particularly good.
Yeah, you do all right.
Look, I know people who are actually good at this game. I'm not one of them.
Yeah, there are some people in the Nova Drift Discord that like can consistently get into the millions of score. Barrage.
Looking at you, Vogelspin.
Yeah, good job, Vogelspin. You keep doing what you're doing. Also, speaking of Discords, did you guys know we have one?
Yeah.
Like 3 of you know that we have one, and I appreciate you're always there.
I think we mentioned it last video, but yes, we got Discord. It's in the description. Join it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I should get that. And then get that.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants.
Yeah, you're sort of making this up as you go.
To be fair, I do that more often than people might think.
There's just so many numbers hitting that enemy.
Well, look, now there'll be slightly less. But there'll be bigger numbers.
Yeah. So, I also got to say, so, if you guys have been watching for a while, you know, this might come as a shock to some of you. I really like how the boost looks.
I believe it was mentioned once or twice.
Nah, just possibly might have mentioned it every time that it comes up. But, Flak Barrage, I really just like the aesthetics of that on its own. Something about that beautiful gradient of just the hot white right at the ship that cools down over time into that, in this case, the dark teal.
I wouldn't call it a gradient. It's more of a gradient.
Soil ingredient.
Oh, you soiled the gradient? Aw.
Hey, gotcha. Yeah.
What happens if you get charge shot when you have barrage? What happens?
I assume one of them doesn't work. I couldn't tell you which one. I don't know how priority works in that case. I assume... I literally just assume that one or the other wouldn't work.
That's probably a safe assumption.
Same with Calibrate. I feel like taking Calibrate would just do nothing for you 90% of the time. Is that Terminate?
It's Terminate.
Maybe we'll do that at some point. We'll do like a science-y video and be like, here's how this interacts with this. It doesn't. Or here's how this interacts with this. It does, but it's weird.
Nah, I just like the answer to all of them. It's just it doesn't.
It doesn't. I mean, that's basically what hidden power. Just very little works with hidden power. That's sort of hidden power's thing.
Well,
Looking at you, mosquito build.
its power is hidden.
Yeah. Man, hidden power is such a weird move in Pokemon.
If by weird you mean just not good.
Look, you say not good, but if you get a Pokemon with a good special stat and a hidden power that either works to their typing or works to cover a type, it can actually be pretty decent. It's not great.
It's passable, but passable isn't good. It's passable is passable.
Look, man, I just love that you could just be like, oh, I got this water Pokemon. He's going to get in trouble if you throw some grass at me. Fire.
Yeah, or you could just
get someone with Scald. I know.
Yeah.
Well, I know there's
still a water move, but
well, yeah, but is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a water move that can burn.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what I mean.
But chances are you can learn like the grass move, like Mega Drain or something. I mean, not. I mean, that probably not Mega Drain. Mega Drain's not amazing.
Nah, but I mean that doesn't help as a super effective against anything the water would be weak against. Oh boy. Well, that Singularity's gonna get some spaghetti.
Yeah.
Spaghetti. What?
I
tried.
You're trying, all right.
Oh yes, I'm very trying.
I don't know what I want. Look, maybe I just do 2 Sanctuary builds in a row. No. Nah.
I mean, you could go for emergency systems that actually matters. Although, technically speaking, your shield did pop in that last video, and you did not instantly die. The first time that it popped.
I didn't die instantly the second time either. It took like 2 or 3 seconds.
You're not wrong. I'll give you that. You're not wrong.
You give me all your loots.
A boost. Boost still looks great, no matter what. Like Pulse is like the only thing that Boost is just like meh on, but that's just because it doesn't stay on screen long enough to do cool things.
It is very Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah. Oh lord, that's.
Oh lord.
Technicolor Dreamcoat is like the weirdest Andrew Lloyd Webber musical. I swear that musical happened because someone said, hey, I bet you can't write a musical where you don't use the same genre of music twice. And he said, screw you, I'll put the Bible to music and do that.
And do that.
And he did.
And he did do to that.
He did do to that. Yeah, I'm a musical theater fan, in case that hadn't come up before.
I know that he had a Dreamcoat, and it was Technicolor.
Yes.
I assume that the musical Chicago took place in Chicago.
It does. Yes.
I assume the movie Rent had something to do with paying a landlord to live at a particular residence.
Surprisingly, no. That was actually
Damn.
It's actually the opposite. It's about not paying rent.
Well, then why isn't it called Not Paying Rent?
Well, because if they wanted to give it a proper name, they would have been like Everybody's Got AIDS, the musical. I know that sounds offensive, but I swear, if you've seen Rent, you understand. Like, 80% of the cast has AIDS, and it's sort of a thing. It's sort of a main central plot about the AIDS epidemic in New York. It's a whole thing. It's a fantastic musical.
What other musicals can I try to interpret what they are just by their names?
Cats.
Involves cats.
Yes. Or terrible CGI. I'm looking at you, Taylor Swift. I blame you for this.
Why her specifically?
Because it's Taylor Swift. and she's not a big fan.
Look, if you're gonna blame anyone from there, it's probably Rebel Wilson. I don't understand how she continues to get work.
No, the problem is I understand exactly how she continues to work, and it just makes me sad. Rebel Wilson is very good at one thing. I hate that one thing, but if you're a fan of that one thing, then sure, I can understand liking Rebel Wilson.
But she's just like a vastly worse Melissa McCarthy.
Yes, because at least Melissa McCarthy has range. I have not seen Rebel Wilson in anything other than obnoxious role. I'm sure she can, but I haven't seen it.
This seems like the best idea I've ever seen.
Not when you've already got Barrage. I'd be curious to see how Singular Strike Flak would work.
It depends on if it counts one shot as one shot or each bullet as a shot, and then
I believe it counts each individual burst as one shot because it's existing instances of your primary weapon. So I don't think it counts each individual flak bullet against you.
Well, maybe it should.
Maybe it shouldn't.
You know what? I'm gonna up the power of my shield and the radius, because then I'm gonna get the death shield, and then my radius will be the entire map, and then everyone will take more damage because they'll be within my zone of influence.
There you go. That's one way to do it.
His health bar doesn't appear to be moving. It's tracking somebody else.
Yeah, it's tracking someone else.
There's someone somewhere that had like one hit point.
Let's see, other musicals.
Yeah.
Newsies was about Newsies.
That's a shield radius.
That is a very good shield radius. Again,
very
little hard to see,
yeah.
but it's like half the screen. That's a lot of bullets, again.
Yeah, I'll reflect the ones that touch me up until my shield explodes.
Like
Then I won't.
That's a nice supply train.
Well,
And Mastery's always solid. Woo. It's like, I don't particularly care what build you're doing. Mastery is good like 99% of the time.
a pure shield build.
It's one of the few instances where it wouldn't be good.
It's also a build where you probably wouldn't get it because you need to have so many weapon mods used before it even unlocks.
True.
Alright. We're back. In black. Oh, that's not where I want to be.
Oh, you are in a bad position, sir.
Alright. It's okay. Exploding shield saves the day.
It does. What are you looking for? That was dumb. Essence Sap? Well, you got one reroll left.
Probably should have taken this.
You probably should have taken Essence Sap. Not entirely sure what you're looking for.
Got it.
Yeah, it's true. You did mention that you wanted that.
My shield has to come back, I think, for it to...
I believe so.
There we go.
What happened to your radius?
It's there. There's an inner and an outer. It's got an innie and an outie.
Oh, weird. Not a big fan of Audi.
No, not the car brand for you.
Although, admittedly, I don't particularly know enough about cars to.
Yeah, see
really
my
say
double
one way or
circle?
another. Yeah, I see it now. It is very subtle. So how's that work? Is it the inner circle is the weaponized, super weaponized, or is it?
Fucking man, you're gonna make me look at things. Just adds a weaponized shield effect to any shield. Targets within the weaponized effect. So I think it's just any part of my shield circle-ness.
It's weird that you have two circles then.
You're weird. You have two circles.
Oh, also your shield popped. So that's a lot of flak. Shrapnel.
Stop giving me flack for it. Stop with the mines.
Yeah.
Also. Just gonna let my shield come back there for a minute.
Yep.
Then I'll reflect some of these mine bits.
Yep.
Alright. Just have to continuously shoot things until they die.
Yep.
It's like any shooting game ever, really.
I suppose that's not wrong. Ooh.
Whoop. Hello.
Oh, yeah, you got ping ponged a little bit there. And lasers are going to cut you there.
What's up? Alright, it's time to go this way for a minute.
I did not be there. Oh, that supply train. That's so sad.
Look, there's some things more important than supply trains.
For everything else, there's MasterCard. What? I'm still tired, if you watched yesterday's video.
Because yesterday is still today to him.
Yep. Record in batches. That's the way to go.
Alright.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna dodge as much of that as I can.
You didn't get ruptured, did you?
I don't think I saw.
You've got terminate though, so there you go.
You've been terminated. Have two rerolls. I have one reroll.
Yeah.
Ability.
You burnt them all looking for weaponized shielding.
Ow, 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 ow,
Yeah,
ow.
that tracked you hard.
I need more splash damage. We gotta stop making the absolutely obscure references.
No.
Who watched Nickelodeon's Doug in the 90s?
Was that Nick Doug or was that Disney's Doug?
That was Nick Doug.
Okay. I honestly couldn't remember what era.
That was back
Beats
when
was.
I watched Doug, because once Disney took it over, I didn't give it. Damn it.
Admittedly, yes. Disney's Doug was not nearly as good as Nickelodeon's Doug.
They had a fictional band called The Beats.
Yep. And the Beats
Had a bunch of like actual songs.
Yeah.
Like
they released like four of them, I think.
They had like a whole discography.
Yep. Need More Allowance, Killer Tofu, Shout Your Lungs Out.
Yeah.
I always want to add Banging on a Trash Can Lid, but
No.
that wasn't the Beats, that was Doug's little band.
I'm gonna get blast radius because I've been having issues.
Yeah.
I want to get that rupture. It's not tracking the south again.
That is weird.
It's fine. Just gonna blast his butthole.
Let's see.
So did you watch a lot of Nickelodeon as a kid, James? Is that a thing you did?
I watched a decent amount. I was more of a Disney kid and still a Disney dude, but I watched a decent amount of Nickelodeon.
I mean, it's all in the same ballpark. Like, how old were you when you stopped actively watching cartoons on TV? And, I mean, like, regularly, like, watching them on TV, because you can't say now years old because we don't have cable. I'm talking about, like...
So you're talking specifically like Saturday morning cartoons levels of... Because the other answer to that would be, now years old, because I still absolutely watch a lot of the cartoons that are coming out, because I enjoy cartoons. We're kind of in a silver age of cartoons. We've got a new renaissance sort of thing. But to answer your question officially, because I've done that before and not answered questions, I feel like it was like early high school.
Okay.
Pretty much, basically, I would say around the time that I discovered anime is when I stopped watching cartoons, and then started watching like Toonami, which I...
Well, I mean, those cartoons and Toonami were on the same channel.
It's the references. You're not wrong.
Oh boy.
You're kind of drifting into weird spots over there.
Drifting in the Novas.
Yep. Nice.
Nailed it. Thanks, friend.
Also, your Seraph buddy is gonna be here.
This is gonna be here anytime now.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting to 33 before he shows up. I couldn't tell you for sure.
Would Fusillade be a damage upgrade or a damage downgrade?
You lose blast radius and weapon damage.
Yes.
But you also get double +1 projectiles.
Yes.
Which
is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That many projectiles.
That's an upgrade. That is absolutely an upgrade. You are hitting... You were hitting for somewhere around 50 damage a hit, depending on where you were in the range. So, yeah, I was seeing some numbers in the 30s and some numbers in the 70s. But even going high on that, if each projectile was hitting for 70, losing 30% damage is what? 20 damage? And you doubled the number of projectiles you were firing, so it's overall still good.
Not bad.
His health does drop.
Oh, we have to start.
Yeah, start
Dive, duck,
maneuvering.
dip, diving, and dodging. Ow.
Yeah, he clipped you on that. What about you? When did you stop watching?
I did it much later than most people, but it's mostly because I have a sister who is 7 years younger than me. So right around the time where most kids are starting to start, not necessarily like giving up on cartoons, but like phasing back on them. My sister was like getting into them, which meant that I got to, continue watching them all over again.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, for me, my sister and I just had such wildly different tastes in cartoons that, when she was watching cartoons, she would be like, I want to watch Arthur. And I know that the internet loves to be like, man, Arthur was a great show. And I mean, it was when I was really young, but you outgrow shows like Arthur and Dragon Tales pretty quick.
Fair enough. So those were her big cartoons growing up?
Oh yeah, she loved ones like that. She watched a lot of like Wishbone. I know it's not a cartoon, but that same era.
My sister's big cartoon when she was growing up was Rugrats.
I see.
That was her thing.
Rugrats was...
And Rugrats was good.
Our era.
And it had a lot of adult humor mixed in with the kid humor, so
Yep.
everyone was happy.
Space Fixins.
But I will say that that show ruined my sister's writing and grammar for years.
Yeah, that show had a lot of poor English.
My sister,
But it's because they were babies and that was like, cutesy.
My sister would legitimately speak in the broken English, and she would like write with like backwards R's and S's and stuff because that's what they did in the show. Because ha ha ha, they're children.
Yep.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of lasers.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
And your
going
shield's down. Your hull is doing okay at the moment, but there's a lot.
See ya and hello and goodbye.
What? Okay, that's potassium break.
Shanksray!
I mean, I probably would have taken that stand.
I mean,
Yeah.
my time was nigh.
Yeah, it happens.
I did not receive Sanctuary.
Bill Nye. I don't know. You said your time was nigh. I thought Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill. When I was a kid, I actually didn't watch that much Bill Nye. It was I was more of a Beekman household.
Oh man, Beekman. That's one that's deep cuts there.
So I hope you enjoyed the Flak build and our random, just non sequitur trail through our history of media.
Yeah, it happens.
It was a thing that happened. I hope you were able to follow along with any of it.
Yeah. Look, go down in the comments. Tell us what kind of cartoons you enjoyed the most growing up, or continue to enjoy.
And if not, that was the final barrage build for a while until new weapons work with barrage.
Yeah, that's true. That's literally every weapon with barrage.
And then in a couple of weeks, we're gonna have Metamorphosis. September 20th is the release date for Metamorphosis. So we'll be rocking that when that comes out. But until then, see you guys next time.
Okay, bye.